Hello, everyone. Laura Lee Rourke from It's Not About Food podcast. Thank you for being here. Today, we're going to be talking about creativity. And what does creativity have to do with an eating disorder and recovery from an eating disorder? Well, I found in my own recovery, and I see my clients when they recover, one of the big things that helps a lot is to get into your creative self, your creative mind. And it could be silly and it could be intense. You could write in your journal as create, and you could just say anything you want to in that journal. But you can also be silly. You can paint and you can do sculpture. You can walk around a museum. You could do anything to get into that other side of your brain that isn't loop about your issue, about your addiction or your obsession. You want to get out of that mind that keeps going around and around and around. So the card says creativity is an outward manifestation of who we are as spiritual beings. It is the magical ability to create something out of nothing that is uniquely ours. So for instance, the goddess is creating this sort of really wonderful spiral circle thing out of nothing, and the deer is supporting her and looking at her. And it is the gift of being able to imagine, to dream, and then to make those dreams come true, whatever the dreams are. Creative expression is essential to feeding the soul. It makes us feel better when we're creative because we are in our soul. We're in our elan, in our, the core of us is creative. Creative expression forces us to go beneath the obsession with food and weight and access the part of ourselves that passionately hungers for self-expression. So for instance, creativity could be writing a book and/or getting a cup of tea and reading a good book, or doing body love cards, going through them and/or creating them. That's very creative. Or, in case you have an outdoor salon, which I do, which is so great, and even if you don't, you can make one. You can come outside and you could do your hair. You could put your hair up on top of your head in a top knot. You could also color it and make it blue or pink or yellow. You could put a bunch of gel in your hair. You could brush it into a big fro, or you could do all kinds of stuff. You could do your makeup out here, but whatever it is, it's your creative expression. Or you could yodel. Yodeling-hee-ho. So all of that was kind of a silly expression. Creative expression of creative expressions. And the biggest reason, it is a silly way to talk about a really, really hard issue, which is having a struggle with your food and your weight and, just taking care of yourself, really. So I want to say that however way you can get into that creative mind, get there. Especially if you are finding yourself deep in the obsession and you don't know what else to do. Do anything else. Jump the brain a little bit. Bring out a drawing pad and draw. Get some coloring books and color. Sing, dance. Do whatever you can to get into that part of your soul that is manifesting your dreams and making those dreams come true. I know it's very hard to do that when you're stuck in the whole eating disorder. But here's our, today, just for today kind of idea. So today I will practice setting aside my obsession with food and weight and find some time to listen to my creative instinct. I will write down different ways I am interested in expressing my creativity and experiment in some of those ways. So for instance, just in a little while, I came up with 3 different ways. Write a book, read a book, drink some tea, do your hair in a mirror, get up and yodel, dance, move around, do whatever you need to do. I guarantee you, if you do that, you will find yourself out of the obsession and into the creative self. which is where all of your power, all of your joy, all of your love lives. Creativity is the key. Thank you so much for listening today and watching this silly little podcast, but on a very serious subject. I'm really appreciative of you being here, and we'll see you next month. Bye.